Looks good. Let's get started. Alright, so Greg said he was going to join, but I don't know where he is, so I'm going to go ahead and do priority Surcash because I don't think I really have any major mods that would affect it. So the other day I did a couple of the missions so that we wouldn't have to worry about doing them.
Commander?
Mostly just getting more assets. But aside from that, I don't think we really have anything we need to do. Yeah, so we just gotta move forward. Alright, Greg will be in a sec.
Kenneth, do you ever think about when we were abducted by...
No, I don't.
Me neither.
Commander. Nothing to report, Commander.
Breaking now. A city of 4 million.
I'm gonna lower the music.
Blasted from orbit. Adelaide, Australia is no more. New footage from Earth reveals the Reaper's plans to attack large industrial centers. Which cities are next? Find out. Science of Battlespace.
Taking a look at this stuff as I'm waiting on Greg. Got nothing? Alright.
report.
And there's our chef.
Not right now. Not right now.
Dr. Tassoni found useful information. The data you recovered, Commander.
Good to see you again, Shepard.
Stardate 827. The Sonic 3 movie trailer has come out and confirms my favorite Shepard is in it. Signed Commander Shepard. This is Commander Shepard. This is my favorite character in Sonic. What do you think of the new trailer? You know, it amazes me that Mario and Sonic have the best video game movie adaptations. Hey, Greg. Hey, Greg.
Good day. Good day. Good day.
How are you doing?
Pretty hyped.
Let's say I
The
gotta check my,
Sonic the Hedgehog 3 trailer finally came out.
Yeah, what'd you think of it?
I'm gonna go off on a bit of a gamble here, but I think I know what's gonna happen.
What's gonna happen?
Maria Robotnik's alive.
Oh, that's Maria Robotnik in the Shadow backstory?
That girl that he saw behind the thing, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Maria.
So many references to the Shadow game.
Not just Shadow, but Sonic Adventure 2.
All right, so I did a bunch of I did most of the available war assets getting. That way we can focus on doing Sir Cashier.
Okay.
So we're gonna.
But yeah, dude, I'm calling it. The biggest twist in the movie is that Maria is going to be alive. I just know it somehow.
And that's what's going to turn Shadow, well, relatively good, because he's still kind of an anti-hero. What do you think of Keanu Reeves as Shadow?
I saw that coming for months.
Well, I mean, what do you think? Do you think he's does a good job from what you've seen?
I haven't heard many lines of him to fully judge him yet.
Honestly, I think he's got the right. I think he's the right voice for a role, or one of them.
Yeah, but that's also like saying Idris Elba was the right voice for Knuckles. And let me tell you one thing: as much as I like Idris Elba, I'm still iffy about the voice they gave him for Knuckles.
Yeah, SA2 is no surprise. Shadow Game was kind of on the blacklisted.
No, I think actually, funny enough, if you don't know this, the guy who made these Sonic movies also helped with Shadow 5 back then.
Have them brought to the conference room. And hope this...
Oh yeah. Let me stream to Discord. All right, there you
The
go.
Krogan is in no position to make demands.
The Krogan has a name. Urdnot Rex. And I'm not just some junkyard Varen you unleash whenever you're in. I've got my own problems. Reaper scouts have arrived on Tuchanka. So why should I care if a few Turians go extinct?
Trying to draw out negotiations will get you nowhere, Rex. I have no time for it. Just tell us what you want.
Shadow was a less edgy John Wick, so Keanu made sense.
A cure for the genophage.
Absolutely not. The genophage is non-negotiable.
I don't like the Solarian Dalatras in this game.
Yeah, I
Why
know.
are you so opposed to the idea, Dalatras?
Because my people uplifted the Krogan. We know them best.
You mean you used us to fight fight a war you couldn't win. It wasn't the Solarians, or the Asari, or even the Turians that stopped the Rachni. It was Krogan blood that turned the tide.
And after that, you ceased to be useful. The genophage was the only way to keep your urges in check.
Man, Rex,
Galatrash, you may not like
it must
but
be a
Rex
Krogan saint because I'm surprised he didn't punch her in the face for saying that.
I won't apologize for speaking the truth. We uplifted the Krogan to do one thing: wage war. It's all they know because it's all we wanted them to know.
Your people should have thought the matter through then. Was it really a surprise that Krogan revolted?
That's precisely my point, Commander. We made a rash decision. We turned to the Krogan in desperation. It's the same mistake you're about to make today. No good can come from curing the genophage.
The Krogan have paid for their mistakes. The genophage has gone on long enough.
1,476 years, if you're keeping track.
It was 1,000 years of peace, free from these brutes.
Enough. Whether or not they deserve a cure is academic. It would take years to formulate one.
My information says otherwise. A Solarian scientist, Malin, grew a conscience. He
Rex
was on my
says his
planet
brother isn't,
testing
yeah.
a cure on our females.
I remember. His methods were barbaric.
But what you didn't know is that other females survived his experiments. So the Dalatress here sent in a team to clean up the whole mess and to take them prisoner.
Where did you get this? It could be a fabrication.
Don't insult me. Those are my people. They're immune to the genophage, and you're going to give them back.
Dalatrass, is this true?
How will curing the genophage benefit my people?
How long do you think you'll last alone against the Reapers? Because if you don't help, that's how it'll end up.
And I'll be the last friendly Turian you ever see.
What's it gonna be?
The females are being kept at one of our STG bases on Surkash. But I warn you, Commander, the consequences of this will be felt.
Will be nothing compared to what happens if the Reapers win.
Let's get the females.
You're not setting foot on Surkash. This will take time.
It happens now. As a Council Spectre, Shepard can oversee the exchange.
We're going.
I won't forget this, Commander. A bully has few friends when he needs them most.
Right back at you, bitch.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, you're the one who's bullying the Krogan. Trying to guilt trip me there.
Thing is though, you don't have to do a favor for her. In fact, you can get the Slayers on your side a different way in this game too.
That's if you save the counselor, right?
Yes.
In which we already are going to do that because one, Thane is already alive, and so he's going to end up saving the counselor. And
Exactly.
And plus we're going to get Kirahi anyway in this mission because he's a pro, so, and we kept him alive. Also, we're going to go with Liara and Garrus on this mission since they have some pretty good dialogue in this one. Alright. Make sure we got everything good, yeah.
This is the Solarian homeworld we're headed to. They aren't used to seeing Krogan here, so let's keep it simple. We land, get the females, and leave before anyone changes their mind.
I still don't trust a word they say.
Let diplomacy play out, Rex. You'll get what you want.
These females are the best, and probably last hope for my people.
We'll bring them back, Rex. Don't worry.
I appreciate that, Liara. I wouldn't want anyone else along for the ride. I can make room for you too, Garrus.
Figured you'd gone soft sitting on your throne. Forgot how to hold a gun.
Commander, I have the Solarian base on sensors.
Set her down.
Neither do I, Rex.
Commander, Solarian ground control says we don't have clearance to land.
Tell them the Dolatress authorized this herself.
I knew they'd never keep their word. Let's see them try to stop a Krogan airdrop.
Oh, here we go. Rex is going to cause an international incident.
We have an unauthorized landing.
And who authorized you to hold my race hostage?
Rex! Damn it, man. Please don't make this rash. Oh man, they are quick. I'll give them that much.
Hold! Stand down! Hold your fire! Commander Shepard, restrain your colleague. We only found out about this transfer a few moments ago.
I'd like to avoid a diplomatic incident,
As would we.
but you have something valuable, Rex.
Something worth dying for.
This matter can be resolved, but I must insist he remain under guard.
I can handle this, Rex.
Anything goes wrong and all bets are off.
Look, I actually did I actually looked up my lore, and I get why the Solarians are fearful of the Krogan.
With war on everyone's minds, our
But
people are on edge.
given what Morden says, there's hope.
Careful! Watch the containment shield!
Hey, look, it's the Shadow Broker.
Never see one of those again.
As you can see, this base contains sensitive information.
What kind of work goes on here?
Evolutionary trials, morphological
Fun
simulations.
fact, this is the guy who ends up curing the
Nothing is ever simple
genophage
with
if
Solarians,
Morden is dead.
Science has always been our best defense.
I know.
The research we do here has kept
I looked up a whole bunch of alternatives that these games had to offer. Let's just say you kind of inspired me to see what else I could find and what more is actually seeable in this game.
1 sec, I need to edit an audio thing.
But man, so now we gotta, but yeah, back to what I was talking about before. We gotta wait till December for the new Sonic movie. At least there's a few movies I'm looking forward to that'll keep me busy.
What are the other movies?
The sequel to Beetlejuice,
Oh yeah, when does that come out?
like literally in September, which is literally next month.
The females were in poor health when we found them on Tuchanka. They were brought here to stabilize their condition.
This whole planet smells wrong.
I'd like to see them.
Of course, I'll need to clear you for the lower levels. Give me a few moments and meet me near the elevator.
I don't know what it is, but Rex makes me laugh.
Because he's so funny.
This is where all you Solarians
Yeah.
come from, huh? No wonder you're so soft. Too busy writing poetry about waterfalls.
Look at how fragile they are. I can smoke them.
Shepard, I don't like this. I should be the one going in.
How about you stay here and we only fight one war at a time?
That was just good old-fashioned Krogan hot air. If it had been real, they'd be dead.
Who tipped you off about the females here?
Sorry, Shepard, but they're listening to every word we say. I prefer my Solarian liver served raw.
Wow.
Besides, you'd think this is the kind of thing the Shadow Broker would have known about. Too bad I don't know him. Or her.
Oh.
Yeah, Liara, why didn't you tell him?
Funny.
Liara is like... Liara being the Shadow Broker is like the worst kept secret in Mass Effect, if you think about it.
Agreed.
Back on the Normandy, you said Reapers were sighted on Tuchanka.
Clans Jorgal and Ravenor sighted a few landing parties. The Reapers are up to something. Tuchanka may be a pile of radioactive rubble, but it's our pile. And we'll fight the last Krogan to keep it that way.
That's what I always liked about you, Rex.
My smoldering good looks?
There is that. But you've never given up. And that determination's about to pay off.
Yeah. I would have thought back on Vermeer we'd be standing here doing this together.
What do you know about these females?
They weren't fertile, so we used them as decoys to draw off enemies from the ones who were. But Malin's experiments changed that. These damn Pyjaks stole them right out from under us.
That's a pretty brutal way to treat your women, Rex.
The females suggested it. We've had to make a lot of tough choices to ensure we don't all die off.
What a horrible way to live.
It's just one more thing that'll get better when the genophage is cured.
Are the Krogan ready to fight the Reapers?
Ever since Sovereign showed up, I figured this day would come. My people have spent too much time selling ourselves out as mercenaries. Now we can get back to doing what Krogan do best, saving everyone else.
People
from
found
giant
because Liara
monsters.
demanded a
Never
bunch
going
of
to
photos
let
of
us
Shepard
forget
changing
about
his
the
clothes.
Are you?
The last time I was at the Citadel,
I believe
didn't
it.
see a Turian statue in your honor.
Just wait till this war is over.
It's been good talking to you again, Rex.
It'll be even better when we have a few Solarians for lunch.
Yeah, no.
You know what I think it is? I think it's the performance. The delivery is just perfect.
I think one of the characters was from that one. Oh yeah, him.
Commander Shepard, I'm Lieutenant Tolan. I've heard.
This isn't Kiri, but we'll talk to Kiri in a second.
All of it
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
I hope.
Sorry, not him, but him.
Your mission on Vermeer holds special renown in STG. The assistance you lent our team tipped the balance. But now, I'm not so sure.
It sounds like you don't agree with what I'm doing here.
You're upsetting a balance of power that stood for 1,000 years. And if you succeed, we're ill-prepared to face a resurgent Krogan.
The Krogan aren't the problem anymore. The Reapers are.
For now. But once the Reapers are dealt with, history will repeat.
Are the Solarians ready to fight the Reapers?
Best way to win a fight is to avoid it altogether. But now, this business with the Krogan. You may have drawn us into it.
No, the Reapers would have
It's
gone
going to
after
happen
you were.
sooner or later.
Yeah, thank you, Liara.
We'll see.
Yeah, the Reapers would not have left these guys alone. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, they're like because they're an advanced species and they want to eradicate all of advanced species.
Mm-hmm.
What did you hear about Vermeer?
You helped Captain Kirihei's squad destroy Saren's cure for the
Kirihei.
genophage. Which is ironic, considering you've come here to safeguard another cure. I wonder if Kirihei's men died in vain.
Saren was raising an army of Krogan slaves to fight his war. This is different.
Is it? Seems to me that's the same thing the Turians want.
Except the part about the slaves and the indoctrination and destroying the galaxy.
Security seems high. Are you expecting trouble?
You've revealed the existence of Krogan who are immune to the genophage, Commander. Word will get out. We're now a prime target.
This is the only way to get the Krogan and
This
Turians
person doesn't know
quiet.
Shepard has an
And us?
adopted
Will
Krogan
we
child.
pay for your political expediency?
Yeah, Grunt.
Did you really think the Krogan wouldn't find out?
If there wasn't a traitor within our ranks, they wouldn't have.
I don't think
Somebody
it's just
leaked the
that.
intel.
I think it's also because of how Shepard and Rex had kind of bonded in their first
Oh, no,
meetups.
John is saying this Solarian doesn't know that Shepard has an adopted Krogan child, which is Grunt.
If you can call him adopted.
Well, the joke is a common joke in the Mass Effect community is that Grunt is Shepard's son.
Sorry.
It's okay.
What do you think about the experiments of
I was part of the team that found them on Tuchanka. I wanted them eliminated, but our scientists insisted we bring them back for study. I don't need science to tell me fertile Krogan will be dangerous. I hope we don't pay for misguided mercy.
I'm surprised you even know that word.
The Krogan don't. When have they ever shown mercy?
There was Rex.
He's letting you live. Yeah, Rex is letting you live.
Good day, Lieutenant.
I hope you can keep it that way, Commander.
And then, of course, there's Grunt, too.
Well, Grunt will kill anything.
Well, unless Shepard tells him not to.
Commander Shepard, it's Major Kirahi. I'd heard you were coming.
Good to see you again. Sounds like you've been promoted.
Yes.
Doesn't
due
he
in
get
no
killed
small
off?
part to our mission on Vermire.
Only if
Hold
Thane
the
is
line.
dead.
You saved my men that day.
But if
Good to see
if
a friendly
Thane
face.
dies and because
Garrus Vicarian.
if Thane is dead, he's the one who saves the Solarian counselor.
Dr. Tassoni.
Hmm.
Major.
It seems the Reapers have a way of bringing us together.
Are the Solarians prepared for war with the Reapers?
I've heard what they're doing to your Earth. I'm not sure any species can prepare for that. Though rumors suggest you're building a superweapon.
Kirahi's probably the best Solarian character next to Morden.
This business with the females is part of it. I need the Turian support, and they need the Krogans.
Which is why I never became a diplomat. Too much hand-holding. Leave it to the Dalatresses.
You do a better job than the Dalatras.
In times of war, soldiers need to become leaders, not diplomats.
How did you get posted to this base, Major?
I led the team on Tuchanka.
Because Grunt is a good son.
Nasty business. Galen may have meant well, but his operation was crude. Test subjects were unaccounted for. The females easily escaped his lab.
What do you think about bringing the female Krogan here?
Our scientists say it's important to preserve the females. Evolutionary paradigms. I say when people know you're hiding something valuable, they'll want to steal it. Either way, I have my orders. They'll be your problem soon enough.
I guess we're both still feeling the effects of Vermire.
Yes, ironic. You destroyed the genophage cure, yet now it's the key to an alliance. Your standoff with Urdnot Rex is legend within STG.
I'm sure you saw Rex's entrance.
Our colony's 3 systems away saw it.
Yes, and he's rather angry about the security arrangements.
Apologies, but better that than a Krogan with a shotgun wandering the base. Think of all the casualties. Our medpay couldn't handle it.
Security seems high. Are you expecting trouble?
Our motto in STG is to always expect trouble. Failing that, create trouble for someone else. Our enemies have the same idea.
I think we, yeah.
Nice seeing you again, Major.
Likewise. And Commander, regardless of what the politicians decide, you can count on my support retaking Earth.
You'd do that?
Consider it my way of returning a favor. It would be an honor to fight alongside you again. Good day.
The shotgun would be merciful.
Another incursion? Your defense is reported. You have clearance now to see the females, Commander. I hope we can resolve this matter without reenacting the Krogan rebellions.
What do you think about handing over the Krogan?
I differ from most of my colleagues. Curing the genophage will bring closure to this issue. In the future, the Krogan may yet play some role we can't even imagine. We should let the evolutionary process decide who lives and dies, not galactic politics.
What type of work do you do here?
Evolutionary intervention. My government calls it uplifting, guiding the development of other species to suit our own purposes. Until recently, I evaluated life forms to determine whether they were suitable for uplift.
You don't anymore?
My work raised more questions than it answered. Now I'm searching for the underlying principle that directs evolution itself.
That sounds vaguely spiritual.
Just open-minded. Discovering the process of evolution is a major breakthrough in any species development.
Thanks for your time.
Of course. Proceed into the elevator when you're ready.
Look around real quick, make sure we got everything.
Agree with him or not,
Please don't touch that. As I said, Commander, don't touch that. Again, I would ask you to refrain from touching that. Perhaps don't touch that means something different in your language. I would rather not refer this matter to the human embassy. Touch it all you want. You'll never find out what it does. Are humans really so deprived of stimulus that they must insist on touching everything? I'm afraid if you keep touching that, you risk a diplomatic incident. Further manipulation of that object is grounds for further admonishment. Really? You must stop touching that. Once more, the Solarian Union formally requests that you not touch that. Fine. If you are so enamored of that object, then I suggest you get your own feces analyzer. We've already been...
Seriously?
No more.
Then again, you are being a bit of a bully right now, dude.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. That's just a classic joke.
I'm sure it is.
Now take this elevator down, and someone will...
So why is Cerberus even here?
That is a question I kind of was asking myself. I mean, I'm like literally asking myself, why would they even care about this right now?
Honestly, it make more sense to have the Reapers show up.
Sensors have picked up activity on the
I have to agree.
Hurry, Commander. Someone will meet you below.
Because Cerberus just showing up, like, what use would they have for the Krogan female? Honestly, a lot of what Cerberus does in this game is kind of weird.
All specimens are
And
accounted
again,
for, sir.
we also have to remember they are pretty much indoctrinated, and they believe they're not.
Morton.
So
Eyesight still sharp. Surprised
there's
and
also
understandable.
it could be Reaper influence.
You're back with STG.
Special consultant. Had to be me. Someone else might have gotten it wrong.
Oh yeah, Morden's voice actor changed.
Helped female Krogan. Fed information to Clan Erdnot.
Really?
Encouraged political pressure to free females.
You must be Rex's inside
That's
source.
interesting.
Yes, can explain later.
Because
Security
they didn't
warnings
want to.
normal. Need to get off world for sake of
I'm not
Krogan.
sure why, but I think it was some kind of
Females had
conflict
weakened
with
immune systems.
payment.
Side effect of Malin's cure. These didn't survive.
But what about Malin's research? I thought we saved it.
Indeed, data saved, but not complete. Lacks crucial details to reconstruct cure, but still useful for synthesizing from living tissue. Couldn't save them.
I'm sure you did everything you could, Morton.
Arrived too late. Cannot delay now. One survivor, immune to genophage, can synthesize cure from her tissue.
She's still here?
Yes, last hope for Krogan. If she dies, genophage cure... problematic.
I don't know, Greg. Your reasoning sounds like what an indoctrinated person would say.
Please be careful.
I'm just literally stating the fact.
He's making a joke.
That's
Commander
the.
Shepard, Alliance.
Oh, you're talking. Oh, you're speaking to them. Okay.
Goddess, what she's been through.
Erdnot, Rex, and I are here to take you home.
Why? What am I to you?
Have the Solarians been mistreating you?
Those are my sisters you saw back there. They died in a lot of pain.
Did the best we could.
And now I know I'm the only one left. That makes me dangerous to a lot of people. What about you, Commander Shepard? Why are you here?
You're the future of the Krogan race. I'm fighting for that.
Then I hope you brought an army.
Give me an update.
Outbound communications have been severed. We're cut off. Secure all data to off-site location.
What's happening?
We have multiple ships inbound.
Shepard, it's Rex. Cerberus troops are attacking the base. Get the females out of there now!
Only one survived, Rex. It might be safer down here.
What? So the Solarians can kill her like the others? No deal. If you still want this alliance, get her out of there.
Release
Easy
the
boy.
female. We're leaving.
I can't. Protocol states during lockdown, no specimens.
Objection noted. Now, please release Krogan. Need to monitor pod as it clears quarantine procedures.
Meet us at next checkpoint, Shepard. Likely Cerberus opposes genophage cure.
But why? They have like, whatever.
Don't question it, bro.
You'll see Tachanka again. I promise.
Get to elevator, Shepard.
Something's wrong with the elevator. It's not responding. There. Try it now, Commander.
Oh crap. Get back!
Are you alright?
Is there another way out of here?
Other side of the lab. An emergency exit. I can open it from here.
Log, Morden Solus. Shepard, Cerberus forces trying to locate female. Quarantine checkpoint under attack. Hurry!
Shepard, it's Rex. I took the shuttle. Do whatever it takes to get the female up to the landing pad. I'll try to make life miserable for Cerberus.
Taking enemy fire. The precision. Caltech 4. Reinforcements to that location and confirmed.
This is Ares Squad. Interested in the goal. 979. Ares. Primary objectives eliminating Krogan. Acknowledge. Engaging activity.
So the new Star Wars Outlaws game came out.
I've been hearing that's been getting roasted to hell. Apparently, people are complaining that the trailers made it look so much better that the final product was like a downgrade. Apparently, Ubisoft did it again. And to be honest with you, I'm not surprised. Ubisoft's done that kind of crap before, where the trailers look more better than what we got in the final product.
We're on our way.
Is it as buggy as every other Ubisoft game?
Dude, I've seen people talk about bugs left and right with that game. So you tell me, all right?
Hey,
I
look,
don't know.
Liara is the Shadow Broker.
Careful.
It's not the Shadow Broker.
There
Though. He's
goes the next
dead. It's a
Shadow
different
Broker.
species.
Could have sworn he was muttering to Sony the whole time.
That's funny.
That's why I bring Garrus and Liara on this one. Because they're the only ones who make that joke.
That's funny.
Shepard, Cerberus troops at checkpoint. Attempting to kill Krogan. Need assistance.
I see the checkpoint. They're under fire.
Let's get in there.
Enemy still present. Pod under fire. Quickly, Shepard. Technician dead. Clear us through the checkpoint.
Are you okay?
Containment shield is holding. We'll try to repair if necessary. Can't speak for Krogan's health, however.
I'm fine, Commander.
Females kept secret. Possibly a mole in STG. Could be indoctrinated. If no Krogan aligns with Turians, Reapers left unchallenged.
We'll do more than challenge them.
Shepard, meet us at next checkpoint. Cerberus likely to target. Hurry, next checkpoint.
Well, John Williams, I don't know. You ask those people that literally are claiming it, because apparently they're saying that her hair looked better in the trailer, but now it doesn't. It doesn't look as good at all. I don't know, man.
Well, that's probably because it's running on different hardware in the trailers.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know what to make of it. These days, right now.
That did it.
I don't know. I'm still thinking I'm gonna try it out for myself.
They're capable of anything.
I have a real soft spot for Star Wars, because I'll say a lot of people agreed on one thing: the space combat is fun. They said.
You could say that.
So I might enjoy it. I might not. Though some people did say the story is short.
Why not have one of those?
Because you can't use pistols, Garrus. I don't know why, but The game won't let
Go,
you.
Commander! I'll cover you!
Orion Squad, your orders are to hold position and block access to next checkpoint.
Looks like Cerberus got some upgrades.
And another thing people were complaining about is the lack of using other
Maybe try to
weapons.
flank.
Yeah, people were saying you're limited to just using one weapon in the game.
We have to take out those turrets.
Apparently, I think you're allowed to pick up weapons, but you can't carry them around with you
To the next checkpoint. I'm sure Cerberus.
because you drop them whenever you do anything. They act like a heavy weapon.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, even if that's the case, I don't think that should be an option. I think every weapon should be, you know, pick upable and used to one's enjoyment.
I will say the Outlaws makes me want to see Star Wars or GTA in Star Wars.
Looks like they mean business.
Rent it? I haven't seen anyone be able to rent a game in a long time.
We've got stairs over there, Shepard. Take the high ground. I'm headed up top.
Orion Squad, we've trapped the female at checkpoint 2. Take her out.
Elevator malfunctioning, Shepard. Need assistance.
You know what's also kind of funny about this music playing right now?
Take him out.
What?
Get him away from the female.
This music was actually supposed to be played at Monet.
Interesting.
Because it turns out the soundtrack for this music, the one where that giant juggernaut shows up at the Turian moon. Basically, you play this music, that same chorus part will play at the very end of it. And then about back to Star Wars Outlaw, and now I'm hearing people are like, I don't know. I mean, people are saying that the characters are trans now all of a sudden. I'm like, when did this happen?
I'm sure there's probably a trans character in there, but I don't think it's the main character.
There must be a power conduit nearby.
That's the thing. You see, I don't know. I mean, I'm still gonna try it out for myself because.
I mean,
like
I
said,
don't care if they are. It's whatever.
I have a soft spot for Star Wars games. That's my problem.
Another Cerberus squad.
Keep up the pressure.
I just don't have the money to get it right now, and plus, the price, dude. $70 games are a real turn off at times, man.
Whoever thought it was a good idea to make a game $70 made a huge mistake.
You have no idea.
How are you holding up?
Because
I
that's
hear-
only
I
gonna
hear it's
make
not doing-
that's only gonna make it harder for them to sell games.
Dude, that's the main reason why exclusivity is dying,
But I'd like
because of the price
hang in there.
change.
How many more checkpoints?
Just the landing area. Hope Erdnot Rex still waiting.
Not everyone wants to spend $70 on a
See
game.
you up top.
Has Nintendo upped the price of their games to 70, or did they keep it at 60?
A good question. I think I did see a $70 game once.
Okay, well, one made by them. I mean,
I don't know. I don't
they
know if
can't
it was-
control the prices for games by other
That
developers.
was the last one.
I don't think they did it. I think it was just third-party developers, more or less.
Okay, because I think Nintendo's pretty good about. It's both a strength and a weakness for them.
I mean, yeah, sure, why not?
I mean, like the fact that you know, they never want to change their position on things unless they deem it so.
They're gonna kind of have to eventually because the games that have some of the games that have released for their console have looked terrible. So they need to kind of, if you ask me, they need to come out with a new Nintendo console soon with better hardware. At least make their games look a little bit better.
Honestly, I'd rather a game not look that great compared to newer ones.
Appear safe.
than be a bad game.
It is true. A lot of people would prefer just to have a fun game over graphics, but the thing is, it's a half and half at this point. People complain that even if the game is fun, people complain that the game looks like it's from the 360 era or PS3 or PS4
See,
era.
I take that as like a compliment because the 360 had some good-looking games.
I know, but the problem is people want everything to look like it's a freaking CGI movie.
They want it to look like The Matrix.
Basically. You know, that's another funny thing that people keep on asking themselves about. How is it that older movies look better than today's movies?
Because they use practical effects, while newer movies use CGI too much.
That's not the point, dude. They're literally saying that the older movies that had CGI, somehow they look better than today.
A lot of the older movies used a balance of CGI and practical effects, like Jurassic Park, Terminator. There wasn't an overabundance of it.
Well, actually, funny enough, the T-Rex, yes, when it came to Jurassic Park, was both. But originally, they wanted to like,
We did it.
they wanted to use stop motion for that.
I think you did it. Looks clear from here. I'm coming in now. Take that, Saren was a lot harder.
I killed it so fast, all of Rex's dialogue couldn't catch up to me killing it.
That's funny. But yeah, I heard that Outlaw is a glitched up game, so I think it's probably good that I haven't bought it day one.
What? Okay, Ubisoft have to have intentionally sabotaged the game for that to slide because they took their time. Nowadays, they just think CGI is quick and just finishes in months. It doesn't.
Dude, CGI
you know how hard
is
animation is?
Oh, dude, CGI is nothing if the game isn't fun. If it was a movie or a TV show, that's a different story. But if you're trying to make a game with good-looking CGI, you better make sure the gameplay is as fun.
I can handle myself, Rex.
Women.
Notice Davy Jones still looks amazing compared to most films today.
That's exactly my point. That somehow still looks good.
Why is Cerberus here? What do you want?
General Grievous looks really good for 2005.
Actually, funny enough, I heard that General Grievous was made from both puppeteering and CGI.
I don't know. The Elusive Man is up to something.
And motion capture.
It was only motion capture and CGI. There was no Grievous practical effects.
I'm not saying there was an actual puppet of him. I'm saying that I heard that they actually used actual things to make it almost look like the Grievous was like the person had more than just two arms.
Yeah. I could see that
It
being
kinda-
the case.
It kind of reminds me of how they did it with Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man 2. How it used to be people controlling the metallic tentacles before they went total CGI in the recent Spider-Man film.
No, sir.
The Transformers, even though the movies aren't really like great, you can't deny that the CGI in Transformers really holds up.
Which one? The first one?
First, second, and third movies.
I agreed.
Now I'm iffy on the fourth and fifth ones, but definitely the first three.
Hey, dude, I'll be honest with you. The fourth and fifth, yes, they were.
They looked
They were a
good.
little. They look. I think my favorite line is with that miniature robot, and when that one Autobot's like saying, "Hey, Kay, what's with the C-3PO ripoff?" And they like, "Don't kill the messenger, or the messenger will kill you." I mean, you gotta admit that's actually a funny quote.
You
And-
have the female, Rex. A cure for the rest of your people can come later.
That wasn't the deal.
But Palaven needs your reinforcements now. We can't delay.
Unless every Krogan gets the cure, there's no alliance.
Those are just the ones on Tuchanka, I mean.
Save me from the stubbornness
How
of
long will it take to
Krogans.
finish the cure? Need to synthesize base antigen from female. Also requires healthy male Krogan tissue. We'll need a sample.
You're looking at it.
Acceptable. We'll need you to remain aboard Normandy for procedure.
Let's hope the food's gotten better.
Formulating a cure that works for every Krogan sounds like a tall order, Morden. Can you do it?
Of course. Similar to genophage modification project. Working against own alterations this time. Not as simple as garbage DNA blocking attachment sites. We'll need to counteract shutdown of redundant nervous system, adjust neurotransmitter levels.
Got it.
We'll create cure, Shepard. Don't need to worry.
Then get started, Morden. And make it quick.
Always do. We'll be in medbay if you'd like to speak more. Eve requires tests.
Eve?
Closest we got now is Avatar and Dune.
Human mythology seemed appropriate under circumstances.
I
Suggest
agree.
speaking with her.
Especially Avatar 2. That looked pretty...
Avatar is
I saw
mostly
that.
Avatar is a case of they're just flexing the technology instead of
there anything
making the
else?
story
There's
interesting.
a small matter concerning
I mean, Avatar 2, everyone looked surprisingly good.
I'd rather discuss it.
That's because it was essentially a technology showcase.
Turian problems can't even come
There's
close
that,
to what
yeah.
I've got.
And Dune, I'll admit, Dune, the
What is
remake
it?
of Dune and part
Some of
2
my
are.
men went missing.
The first one was
The
all
rest
right.
of it
Second
we
one I
can
thought was a
discuss
better
somewhere else.
version.
I'll
But
find
it
you
was
both in the
but I
war
definitely like what I
Just be
saw.
ready to talk.
Now, if movies could be that good, remain that good, I'm all for
Asgard
it.
got taken by the Reapers.
What?
Asgard got taken by the Reapers.
You said one of your ships had gone missing?
Asgard got taken by the Reapers.
In this, it just said in the
I couldn't speak in front of the Krogan.
bottom right.
Our ship went
Oh.
down on Tuchanka. Now they're pinned by an advanced guard of Reapers scouting the planet.
What are your men doing there?
I'm sorry. That's classified. But it's vital they be rescued. They must complete their original mission. It's a matter of galactic peace.
I'll do what I can.
I appreciate your help and understanding.
Your men that crashed on Tuchanka. How many are there?
It was Loki's fault.
You said their mission was a matter of galactic peace. Why?
I'm sorry.
Sounds like something Loki would let happen.
It's highly classified.
Look,
Actually, kind of happened in the comics one time. Ultron managed to take over Asgard when Loki helped them, and then he betrayed Loki,
Of course.
and then Ultron became the All-Father.
Lieutenant Tarquin Victus. He'll be your
Actually, speaking of that, I heard the actor of Ultron's coming back to reprise his role.
I did hear about that in the
someone
Vision
I can
show.
trust completely.
I'm just hoping they write him well.
Same.
I understand this is
We'll
a
see what
difficult
happens,
time
though.
for you, Primarch, but Earth can't survive without reinforcements.
Would be nice if it would
And I
would
still
be
count
nice
on
if
your
Ultron and Ant-Man could actually be the villains, the arch rivals are supposed to be.
Then I give you my word.
Well, no, you know that the only reason they're rivals in the comics is because Ant-Man is Ultron's father.
Oh, really?
In the comics, Ant-Man, that's Hank Pym, by the way. He's the one who created Ultron.
Yeah.
And he's actually Ultron's personality is based on Hank Pym's brain waves.
You know, that kind of makes a little bit more sense when you think about it.
And and because Hank Pym is not the most mentally stable person, imagine what that'll do to an AI.
Oh man. Hey, yeah.
Not what I imagined. If I'm going to die.
I understand.
I'm not. We fine.
The Solarian Dalatraz
Hank was so crazy, so no surprise Ultron went
How do you
crazy.
feel?
It won't matter if we.
And then in Rage of Ultron, they merged with each other into Ultron Pym.
That's what we made our last stand.
That would actually be kind of funny if they actually course corrected Ultron and Hank actually recreated him.
That wouldn't make much sense. That was one of the issues I had with
To
the
be honest-
MCU, is that they kind of rushed Ultron.
Yeah, I have
How
to
did it turn
agree.
out?
The Krogan started using asteroids as weapons, directing them against our colonies. We had no choice. The genophage was our last resort. So yes, Krogan intentions after this war will be a serious concern, but I'd rather have a grateful ally than a resentful enemy.
Reaching out to the Krogan for help must be difficult for you.
We can't allow the mistakes of our past to cloud the future. Your race and mine.
Also, did you know that when Vision first appeared, he was an Avengers villain?
I was there. Dodging
Really?
shells fired
Yeah,
by
Ultron programmed it, created him to destroy the Avengers, but then Vision ended up turning against Ultron and siding with the Avengers.
Hmm.
That's all.
So partially correct.
Hmm?
So that was partially correct.
In the MCU?
Yeah, partially.
Kinda. Except Vision is not Jarvis. Vision in the comics was his own.
I was the one.
Well,
He's
he
actually
also said-
Vision in the comics was made using parts, essentially using the body of the original Human Torch, who was an android.
They were scouting.
Seriously?
Hmm. And I think Vision's brainwaves were actually came from Wonder Man.
Thought that might get your attention.
Hmm. Interesting.
But in the MCU, it's Jarvis.
Don't tell me they're back.
All I know for sure is our scouts went silent as soon as they arrived.
And also, Vision didn't have an Infinity Stone in his head. That was just technology that Ultron developed.
They'll meet you there.
I'll
I
see what I
see.
Get on it, Shepard.
Yeah, the Mind Stone I think actually belonged to Adam Warlock in the comics.
You know, I heard that a while back. Yeah, I heard
What will
that
you
a
do
while
after the
back.
Genophage
One
is
time, that
Once we deal with
Adam,
the Reapers,
that
most
Adam
Krogan will want to settle
had
the
a
score
had an
with
Infinity
Turians
Stone
and
with him.
Solarians. I won't let them. That isn't our path forward. This time.
I'll be honest, I'm not entirely pleased with how he turned out in Guardians of the Galaxy Part
A
3.
lot of people will be relieved to hear.
No,
that.
no.
No one wants to repeat history.
See, you played the Guardians of the Galaxy game, right?
But war has never brought us
I
anything
after what happened with the Avengers game and knowing how similar it looked, I decided to stay away from that.
Okay, you missed out then, because the Guardians of the Galaxy game is great.
That's what people tell me, but I don't know. I've been disappointed by Marvel way too many times, dude.
No, okay, I understand, and I was the same way, but when I played through it, it was some of the most fun I've had in a video game in years. And I was in your exact same position. I only got it because it was like on sale.
Even a game on sale wouldn't make me buy it, dude.
It's your loss, but in that game, and here's the thing with like Marvel's Avengers. I mean, would you say the same about Spider-Man?
Which one?
Insomniac.
I-
Would you?
I
Wait,
mean-
are you gonna refrain from buying the Insomniac Spider-Man just because it's a
Well,
Marvel game?
There's a difference with that one though.
No, there isn't. It's
There is.
you're
too.
you're saying I'm not gonna buy a Marvel game because Avengers made me
by
not want to buy
by
it.
Disney. By Disney. Spider-Man's by Sony.
Okay, whatever. But I'm just saying. With Guardians of the Galaxy, they actually took things from the comics, and it was actually a really like well-made game.
Yes,
And,
I played it. I know.
and let's see with
Problem is, I bought the sequel to it, but I don't know. Something about it kind of turned me off.
Are you talking about Spider-Man?
The Spider-Man 2 sequel, the one by Insomniac,
Yeah. Are you talking about Miles Morales or Spider-Man 2?
the actual official sequel, not the one that they released as an actual game, but feels more like a DLC.
Not when we're about to cure the genophage. My people have had enough bad luck in our time.
Back on Circassian.
All right, so in the Guardians of the Galaxy game, and I think this is what Adam Warlock was much closer to. He's more of a he was more of a Shakespearean kind of character.
I see.
He was very intelligent. He was very well spoken, and then James Gunn went around and made him.
James Gunn. James Gunn tends to do that with his adaptations.
Yeah, oh yeah. John here says initially Jarvis was presented as the villain who created Ultron, only for the next issue for Ultron to reveal he faked. Jarvis was brainwashed. Okay, so in Ultron's first appearance, He called himself the Crimson Cowl, and he formed a team called the Masters of Evil, and basically sent them against the Avengers. And in one of the comics, it was revealed that there was a robot under the hood of the Crimson Cowl, but then it was revealed that it was being controlled by Jarvis. I'm using air quotes here. And when, but then in the next issue, it was revealed that, oh, Jarvis was actually being mind controlled by Ultron, and Ultron was the actual mastermind. And if it wasn't for the Black Knight and Jarvis, Ultron and the Masters of Evil would have killed the Avengers. Miles' game, you could tell, was made a standalone because the PS5 had no games for launch. Also, the villain for Guardians of the Galaxy was Adam's evil half, a deep cut. Yeah, Magus. That one caught me off guard when I first played a game. Like, wait a second, they bring Magus in this? And I appreciate that they did that.
Back on Surkesh, it looked like the female Krogan could hold her own.
Our females.
But if you haven't played Guardians of the Galaxy game, I recommend trying it out when you can.
Good show of force sorts
All right.
things out.
Well, when I get the chance.
Females like to talk about it. Then think about it.
It's very much like Republic Commando, but third person.
Women have good ideas, Rex.
Actually, there's a lot of
You should listen.
Mass Effect kind of
Yeah, but
things
there's
in
so
it.
many of them. So sometimes I pretend to listen and.
Besides
Well,
overabundance
let's
of
just
comedy,
say
I'm
Krogan
sure.
Females have tempers too.
It definitely has some inspiration from the James Gunn Guardians of the Galaxy, but it's more based off of the comic Guardians, which I appreciate.
Mm.
It's not a one-to-one of the Guardians of the Galaxy by James Gunn. It takes inspiration from the MCU and the comics, which I think works best.
Mm.
Ultron's first comic appearance was proof how overly complicated comics can be, since there wasn't something decades, barely year story arc.
I know, it may not be right. If they're crawling out from under some rock, you know how bad it could get. And Shepard, I like what you've done with the Normandy. Got tired of always hanging around the cargo bay before. I still don't have a window like Liara does, but it's progress. Wish I could knock some heads around.
If you're romancing Liara, he's like, maybe that's just because I don't kiss as
Solarian says my
good
DNA's important.
as her.
Who am I to argue?
All right, so I'm thinking we're gonna go rescue the Turians, and then we'll go to the help Grunt. First, we're gonna talk to everyone here.
All right, the Rachni.
The jokes aren't quirky like MCU, just people who make the occasional joke. I did think in Guardians of the Galaxy they had more character. In the game, they had more character, and I was more entertained than with James Gunn's, because in James Gunn, I think there's too many jokes. Or jokes
Well,
making
you see,
them...
that's the issue I'm a little worried about with his DC Universe adaptation.
Commander, nice to see you again.
How are you settling in, Trainer?
What is it?
I actually feel
Well,
somewhat
you
useful.
see,
It's been
James
challenging
Gunn's
to
already gotten
integrate
his
these
hands
into the
on
summit.
doing DC adaptations, one of them being the Suicide Squad, and then in the Peacemaker TV show. They were both pretty good, but if there's one thing I've learned after a while is that James Gunn decided to pretty much do the same thing he did with most of his adaptations, changing the character style and personality.
Yeah.
Apparently, Peacemaker's personality was a lot different compared to the Peacemaker show, along with a few other things too. I heard.
Just like Star-Lord was originally a commando rather than a rogue.
Life on an active ship always feels crowded.
Ravager mercenary, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not a bad thing. I've got no.
I'm not saying that his take is bad, but at the same time, it's like, I feel like Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Guardians of the Galaxy, were better. One, because Star-Lord and that was voiced by Master Chief,
Tech uses a
which is
proprietary
awesome.
smart processing algorithm that could
Steve Downs?
Yeah, Steve Downs voiced Star-Lord in Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. And he was very much by the business. And Rocket Raccoon was Australian.
Impressive.
If it means getting the equipment I need, I can quite
Groot pretty much
happily
remains the same. It's honestly hard to get Groot wrong.
Commander,
Because all he says is,
I've
I am
set up
Groot.
secure communications with the Turian and Solarian governments and added their combat
No,
data to our
Vin
board.
Diesel must love saying that
Hopefully it'll give
same
us
word
some idea
over
of
and
what's
over and
going
over
on.
again.
Commander?
Peacemaker has many different variants. Before, the most well-known was a hero who helped Jaime Reyes. Yeah, Blue Beetle.
Krogan and the Turians really should get behind the Alliance.
I also found out that James Gunn literally told John Cena not to read any of the Peacemaker comics.
Wait, what?
I learned a while back that James Gunn told John Cena not to read any of the Peacemaker comics.
Yeah, probably because it's like nothing like the comics.
It is good you came by. I have
I don't
questions
know.
about the
I
Genophage.
probably would have done it anyway.
What do you need, Edie?
A Krogan female of breeding age can produce clutches of up to 1,000 fertilized eggs over the course of a year. There are over 1 billion females on Tuchanka. If even 1% become fully fertile, they can birth 10 billion infants.
On Earth, bugs have a lot of young too. Most of them die.
The attrition rate would naturally be high, but the state has an interest in keeping the children alive for warfare purposes.
Any other cheerful thoughts?
Logistics. Even were they to side with us, transporting the Krogan to the battlefields of Palaven could prove difficult. They have been demilitarized. That is, they have no warships.
What do you suggest?
They will need Turian or civilian starships to carry them to battle. With your permission, I will make the necessary calls to have these ships in place for when you deliver the Krogan.
Do it. Anything else?
Food. They will be unable to eat anything on Palaven. They must bring their own or rely on the nutrients in their humps.
This keeps getting better and better.
The Krogan will also require sedatives, since Krogan fight with others of their kind.
Shepard
in
looks so
enclosed
bored
spaces
here.
Such as starships.
Make it happen. Are there any last things you're worried about?
Nothing that demands your attention, Shepard.
Is he bored, or is it just the
That is just the
player
idle
bored?
animation. The idle animation, he's like moving around like he's bored.
So, bringing the Krogan to a war summit went well? You want me to invite the Batarians too? Or the Vorcha?
Yes.
Building alliances is the only way we stand a chance against the Reapers.
Yeah, but the Krogan? I'd feel better if we had a tighter plan, like time travel or teaching the Reapers to love. Still.
Fun fact, in Rage of Ultron, they beat Ultron by teaching him how to love.
Commander?
Comics do some weird things. Did you know there's a T-Rex Ultron at one point?
Joker.
Unread messages at your private terminal, Commander.
Okay, let's see who's emailing us. Hold the line. Alright, we can go by the Citadel and see if it's been updated since we did priority Surcash. Oh, Ranathanoptis, remember that Asari who was on Vermeer that we let go?
Yeah.
Well, she's died in custody, allegedly committing suicide after she was arrested for the murder of multiple Asari military officials. So we should probably have killed her because she was indoctrinated.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, this article right here that's on the screen, it's telling us that she killed some people and then committed suicide.
Hmm. Interesting.
Alright, let's talk to people on the ship. Also, while Rex is on to Normandy, we can bring him on missions.
This mod allows it?
But it's only in this area, this section.
Cool.
Which makes sense because he wouldn't be able to do things after Tuchanka because he's got to get busy with the females.
Aware Krogan females find scars attractive. Garrus loyal, reasonably intelligent, bit aggressive, almost like Krogan.
For the third time, Doctor, I'm not interested.
Ah, Shepard. We were just...
Are you okay?
I'm fine, Rex. You can relax.
Can't be too careful, or put any faith in Solarian doctors.
This one is different.
Is he? What's that?
Simple blood test.
What kind?
Kind that ends the genophage. Shepard, please. Distraction's counterproductive, also affecting comfort of patient.
He was your inside source, Rex. You can trust him.
Solarians have minds like a maze. You never know when they're leading you into a trap.
Trap? Eve's released my doing. Would never have known about her if not for me.
That was then. But she's out now. And if she gets hurt, I'll feel it.
Understand. But my patient, my responsibility. Her welfare a priority. Will not allow her to be compromised by anyone.
You got a quad, Doctor. Keep her safe. Our females have endured enough.
Don't forget, still need your tissue sample.
I'll be back.
Common phobia. Fear of needles.
We're Solarian doctors.
Now have work to do.
Shepard, why was your neck
Prefer
turning like
females
that?
of the species.
You're asking that question?
Maybe with
Thank you for saving my life, Commander. I didn't think the Krogan had any allies left in the galaxy.
We owe a lot to you, even if most people have forgotten that.
They can be forgiven. Our actions have hardly inspired friendship.
Part of being friends is knowing each other's name. I feel bad that I don't know yours.
I surrendered it the day I became a shaman of the female clan. I belong to my sisters now. But perhaps one day, when this is over, you can know it.
I didn't realize the Krogan had female shamans.
Wisdom comes from pain, and the genophage has made us very wise. Rather than surrender to despair, a few of us chose to preserve the ancient ways. We safeguard our culture, our knowledge, our secrets. So when our children live again, the Krogan will flourish.
How were you initiated?
You're locked in a cave for 7 days with just enough food to last. On the 8th, you'll starve.
What does that prove?
Your resolve. Every acolyte is given a chance. You either claw your way out through the rock with your bare hands, or you die.
How did you make it out alive?
I started digging the wrong way. I was in complete darkness. Nothing other than my own heartbeat to sustain me.
What happened?
I found this. A simple crystal, but it became my chisel. Take it as a reminder, Commander. In the darkest hour, there is always a way out.
That's a brutal initiation.
But an illuminating one. You learn to appreciate the light by living in the dark.
If you don't mind me asking, what's it been like living with the genophage?
I knew sisters who couldn't bear the shame of being infertile. They would wander off into the wastelands, hoping a thresher maw would kill them and end their torment.
Did the thought ever cross your mind?
Yes, after my first stillborn.
What kept you from ending your own life?
When my child didn't draw breath, that's when my life truly began. The genophage forces us to live on hope alone. There is nothing else. There is no reason to exist other than the hope that the next day will bring change. And if it doesn't, there is always the next.
How do you think things will change after the genophage is cured?
Our species will find its balance again. Females will help shape the future, like in the ancient days, before we were just pawns of power-hungry males.
Most seem hell-bent on shooting anything that looks at them wrong.
What else is there for them to do? Because of the genophage, they become wandering killers, seeking targets to justify their existence, excuses to earn them honor.
What do you think of Rex?
When he's not trying to sire half of Tuchanka, he's the best thing that's happened to the Krogan. But I won't tell him that. His head's big enough already. Literally.
He's turned into a strong leader.
I know in his heart Rex wants what's best for us. Though not all the other clans
Basically
see it
saying
that
he's
way.
a nice guy, but he's got one heck of an ego.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Rex will want revenge for the genophage?
Some clans will expect it, but I hope Rex resists. He understands the cycle of violence must end if Krogan are ever to have a voice in galactic politics. Still, he's just one Krogan. If enough clans demand it, he may not be able to stop them.
Why would the other clans give Rex trouble? You'd think they'd want a better future.
It's not in the nature of our males to cooperate. They've evolved to be selfish. Their only concern is survival. Rex is different. He's a mutant. And that you can tell him.
How did you get involved in Malin's experiments?
The other females and I volunteered. We heard Malin was trying to cure the genophage for Clan Weirlock.
Aren't they a rival clan?
Rivalries are the invention of the males. Under their rule, Tuchanka has laid in ruins for over 1,000 years. It's time females took back our place in society and resurrected our future. Malin was our best hope.
I'm sorry none of the other females survived.
I know. The youngest one, Kern, was the last to go. But she knew she would enter the void free of this curse, and then smile when she looked down upon the children of Tuchanka.
Rex is different because he's friends with me.
Her spirit will be the midwife to my firstborn.
I think Rex
found Malin's
is
lab.
a better
Like a dungeon.
Krogan because
His
he
experiments were brutal.
met
He learned
Shepard.
that too late. He meant well, but his methods grew more barbaric as he went. We finally escaped into the rubble. Eventually, a Solarian team found us. They saved our lives. We were so sick.
Would you go to Malin again?
Absolutely. It only takes one candle to light a fire, and then the darkness is no more.
How did you get involved in Malin's experiments?
Carry
The
it
other
down.
rival, it's time females took back our place in society.
How has Morden been treating you?
Better than Krogan males do. He's not like a typical Solarian.
No. Organ redundancy results in new period before metaphase. Can't alter that. Damage to telomeres, premature aging.
He does that.
But I sense pain in him too. He told me about his work on the genophage. I should consider him an enemy. Yet I think seeing my sisters and I changed something in him.
Asari Borgia offspring have an allergy to dairy and...
Fun fact: you only
Different
get that if he sings in Mass Effect 2.
That's funny.
Thanks for talking to me.
It's my pleasure, Commander. I've only met a few humans in my time. I'm glad for the opportunity.
Shepard, blood work complete. Indicates significant stress on Eve's system. Malin's data thorough. Fortunately detailed as well. Have used notes to improve her condition.
So, we did the right thing by saving the data?
Indeed. Would be much harder to treat Eve without it. Maybe impossible.
And all those experiments we saw back on Tuchanka?
Monstrous, repulsive, but now with purpose. Victims didn't die for nothing.
So, the end justifies the means?
Not my means.
But you're using the data, encouraging more experiments like Malin's.
Encouragement irrelevant. Will always be scientists willing to perform unethical tests. Can't change that. But can help Eve. Can cure genophage. Won't ignore data vital to her survival because of unethical origins.
Any word on Malin himself?
No. Ordered teams to search for him when trying to help Eve. Nothing so far. Large galaxy. Lots of places to hide. Could already be dead for all we know. Would kill him now if possible. Unless he could help.
How is she doing?
No fever currently. Heart rate elevated. Likely stress. Eating appropriately. Could use another blanket. Something soft. Prefer to let her recover fully before synthesizing cure. My medical recommendation.
My people don't have time for that.
Fun fact: Morden
Her
Solus
opinion,
is
somewhat different.
face is actually modeled off of Clint Eastwood.
You care about her.
I can see it now that you mention it.
My responsibility. Found her at STG base.
That's funny.
3 doctors injured trying to restrain her. Undid arm restraints. Didn't resist when she grabbed me. Promised to help her. She said, please.
It's that squinting look he has.
Have you determined why she's immune?
Genophage targeted hormone production during pregnancy. Modification project used same modality. Her immunity, totally different. Targeted glands now obsolete, like human appendix. Other glands mutated to produce proper hormones, enable viable birth. Also explains her weakness. Gland substitution imperfect. Health trouble.
You think you can make this work for all Krogan?
Yes.
Scientists try to tell me my riz is
Mutagen,
unnatural.
Alter gland function across entire species. Must improve mutagen as well. Tune hormone production. Long-term illness for all Krogan otherwise.
You've always defended your genophage work. What changed your mind?
Never change mind. Genophage proper decision at time. New circumstances necessitate course correction.
Those circumstances being?
Reaper invasion. Turians doomed without Krogan support. Krogan need unified threat, outlet for aggression, cooperative symbiosis.
Nothing else? No personal stake here?
Getting old, Shepard. Not many years left, but still best candidate for project. Few Solarian scientists interested in genophage. None with my expertise. Had to be me.
Someone else might have gotten it wrong?
Possibly. Stakes too high for inexperience. But not about them. My work. My job to put it right, to prove I can.
Nice talking with you, Mordin.
Thank you, Shepard. Glad to be back.
You planning to stick around when this is over?
Until Reaper's dealt with, at least. Then, not sure. Have made impact on Galaxy. Genophage modification, genophage cure, work against collectors, decisions, mistakes. Might go somewhere sunny, sit on beach, look at ocean, collect seashells.
You'd go crazy inside an hour.
Might run tests on the seashells.
I don't see it. Maybe if he says punk, it confirmed it. Well, I'm saying look-wise.
Shepard, they say female Krogan have a thing for guys with scars.
So I've heard.
I've got a few, myself. Here's hoping nobody's planning an arranged marriage to cement this deal. Though I have to say, I admire Eve. The things she must have endured living with the genophage. And now, to top it all off, she's her people's last hope. Imagine the pressure. It takes real courage to face that. I hope we can measure up. I guess we're at war with Cerberus now, huh? I've never actually seen a female Krogan. Seems like they're the real brains on Tuchanka. Good to see Mordin still alive and kicking, and still finding new ways to cause trouble. Good to see you.
Alright, let's see if Liara has anything to say. Let's just see who else is on this deck.
So, Liara, still relying on the Protheans for all the answers?
It will work, Rex. We just need to finish building the Crucible. Although I'd be interested to learn how you found out about it.
Wasn't that hard. Lucky you keep its location more secret than the fact it exists.
And I'm sure you'll do a good job of both, being so famous for your discretion.
You have to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Do ya, punk?
Perhaps we can talk later.
Ah, jeez.
Ghost ship.
Whee.
Oh my, Liara's having a reality check. Okay, so Liara is actually using her stuff to help out. That's good.
Good.
And Dr. Chakwas and let's see who was it, and Adams are in these areas.
I can't imagine anything so traumatic. You sure you're okay, Karen?
I wouldn't wish a collector abduction on my worst enemy. But it's behind me now. I'm fine. But it makes me think of Earth and all the other Reaper-occupied worlds. What are the Reapers doing to the people who live on all those worlds? As we sit here, enjoying our coffee. How many souls are in agony this very moment? Millions? Billions? Oh, Greg. I lied. I'm not fine.
Everything okay in the med bay?
Yes, Mordin would just like some space to work with Eve.
He kicked you out?
Oh no, I just felt I was getting in his way. I'll return when I'm needed. Commander.
Hello, Commander.
Let's see if Javik has anything to say about the Krogan.
Why are you so interested in my people, Asari?
Protheans are always an enigma, a mystery to solve. I wanted to know what happened to your civilization. Why did such an enlightened race disappear?
Enlightened?
Well, it seemed that way.
And now that I am here,
I wonder what it's like waking up 50,000 years later to a new galaxy.
I believe this cycle cares too much about what other species think. Krogan, Turian, Solarian, all were primitives in my time. What good does their help do now?
We can't win this
You
war
know-
on our own.
Then demand their help. Do not indulge their selfish requests. What will saving one Krogan matter?
If only it were that simple.
If they get in your way, destroy them.
Excuse me?
I apologize. The previous occupant of this room left traces of himself. I have absorbed some of them.
Yes, Grunt. He was a strong one. Maybe it's best if I let you recover.
Did I mention Solarians used to lick their eyes? How far they have come. They're Mordin, they Cerberus. I do not understand why your own kind would oppose you. They will bleed the same as everyone if the Reapers are not stopped. The Rex Krogan offered me a job. He said whenever I tired of the easy life of luxury on the Normandy, he would give me something real to shoot at. Yes?
Alright, what were you saying, Greg?
You think with all of the Yara's shadow broker information now, she would actually piece together the real history of her people.
Roaming the ship.
You mean Sophie? I think she's cute.
What purpose does she serve?
I guess I have a soft spot for worthless dogs. Look how long I've been with you.
Shepard.
Alright, let's see if we can buy anything on this terminal. Ooh, javelin missiles. Take those.
Hey, it's just an opinion piece. You don't like it? Don't download it.
You're saying we don't need Terra Nova.
Lose one colony, save 5. That's the math.
You know what the commander did for us? The colony?
Yes. I was on a little thing called the news.
You think you can fly on this ship, sit next to us at chow time, and then broadcast something like that? That's traitorous.
Hey, it's just an opinion piece. You don't like it? Don't download it.
You're saying we don't need Terra Nova.
Lose one?
Lose the peace or lose your spot on this ship, Allers.
This is exactly what I was afraid of.
Thanks, Commander. What's your choice, Allers? Like you said, it's just...
We don't leave anyone behind.
I'll pull it.
Shepard, if I see a man being stabbed by a knife on stage, then I shoot the bastard. Let's see what all we got here. Sometimes they sneak them in.
Shepard, thanks again for being there at the Refugee Memorial. I feel better. Everything's so much clearer now.
Glad I could help.
Sir Kesh certainly offered me a new experience.
What do you mean?
Normally, I'm not one to fly co-pilot, but when an 800-pound Krogan requests to take control of your shuttle, you comply.
Probably wise.
Let the Wookiee win.
Hope I didn't leave you hanging too long on that last server stream.
I'm just glad we made it out in one piece.
Let the Wookiee
I've
win.
seen a dogfight like that. Really missed my Trident. ACM isn't really the Kodiak strong suit. Is everything okay, Shepard?
Okay. Thought James and I were gonna head back to the Citadel and then maybe do the rescue missions or do Grunt's mission.
Wonder what the hell Cerberus was up to on Surkesh. I hear we're headed to Tuchanka. Would love to see how things turn out. I'm just saying. Rex is a badass. I bet he's got some real interesting stories to tell. And more than something else. His mouth moves faster than a frog on a hot rock in the middle of summer. Hey.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna check some things here. Alright, so we're gonna have to go back there.
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
I need to get to the hospital.
Yes, Commander.
Hello again, Commander. Here to see our patient?
How is Caden doing?
Very well. With the neural redundancies of his L2 implants, his concussion is nearly undetectable now. I still want to keep him under observation, but he should be fit for duty soon.
Keep up the good work, Doctor.
You too, Commander.
So, the nurse tells me you've refused to bathe.
Okay, so this is Sorry Commando here.
Yes. Can I have a
Yeah.
The one on the right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No.
Later, she you find out from Joker that
I can have a gun then, right? And no humans. Wherever you
so
transfer
she
me,
left
you
Joker's
shouldn't have
sister to
Humans
die.
are our allies. You don't trust them?
Either that or she
see.
kills Joker's sister.
How are my eyes? What color are they right now?
Maybe you could tell me what happened.
Like if you listen to all their conversations, you realize, yeah, she got Joker's sister killed, and he doesn't know about it.
Tell Matriarch Athena that our huntresses should have the upgrades waiting for them on their next shore leave. No, they were very easy to scale. The humans made some amazing breakthroughs.
Huh.
Listen to me, those prototypes are vital. We need
Oh, this is interesting.
What?
World of Warcraft's coming to Xbox.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, Shepard. If you came to spring me, you're late. I'm getting out soon.
Good to hear.
Maybe you already saw the vid, but I accepted Udina's offer.
Inspector Caden Nolenko. That's a big deal.
Only the second human Spectre. It's humbling. Udina thinks they may have a pretty big ceremony, even with the war. And he says a celebration will give folks something hopeful to latch onto.
You ready to take on that responsibility?
You set the bar pretty high, but I'll do my best. It's strange. On Mars, I should have died. The promotion from Anderson, Spectre status. These These are terrible days. But I've been lucky.
You're perfect for the job. On Eden Prime, I could see there was something special about you. You're a good soldier.
That means a lot. I'm happy. I want to serve.
No wonder Joker's
I thought
sipping
you
a
might want
robot.
to join the Normandy.
Yeah, I have thought about that. I just need to get out of here first, though. Take care of some things. I've been trying to locate my old Spec Ops squads. My students from Biotics Division.
Any luck?
No, probably went underground, but they'll turn up. If they were easy to find, they wouldn't be doing their jobs.
Well, let me know when you're out. Take care, Spectre Olenko.
Stay safe, Commander.
Let's check and see if there's anyone else that I need to talk to. Okay, so we can head right back to Normandy and do missions.
Sweet.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. One moment, please. Now arriving at Docking Bay D-24.
Alright. Be right back. Gotta use restroom.
Alright. One second, I gotta check something.
I found something.
Collecting stuff here real quick. Okay, that was a lot. Only for a measly 250 fuel. That's lame.
Commander, casualties were heavy in this system. There may be survivors.
Signal confirmed. I found something.
Uh-oh.
Reapers eluded. Signal confirmed.
I'm back.
Sorry
about that.
I'm back. I went and grabbed some more assets.
Sweet.
Take off this just for this one. Give him his particle rifle.
Yay.
This crash site's a nightmare. Edie, try to raise Lieutenant Victus.
Yes, sir.
Praetorian Commander, what happened here is... let's just say the Turian Code is not forgiving. And that it's his son is bad for the Primarch. Promoting family without merit can bite you in the ass. What's strange is the Primarch knows that.
Commander, I have to land well back from the main crash site.
That the best you can do?
Yes, sir. But the Reapers seem unaware of our presence. You might get the jump on them.
All right, set her down. Let's save this platoon. EDI. Did you raise Lieutenant Victus?
Yes, but the connection is bad.
Patch me in. This is Commander Shepard, Alliance Navy. Do you read?
This is Lieutenant Tarquin Victus of the 9th Platoon. We're pinned by Reaper harvesters and taking heavy casualties. Also, there are pockets of my men scattered along the crash trajectory.
Lieutenant, I need you to fire a flare so I can find your position. Got it.
Things get worse by the minute. My men are dying.
This sounds bad. Let's move.
Looks worse than I feared. A secret Turian mission on Tachanka is especially odd. Thoughts?
It doesn't matter. Our mission is clear.
That's cool that Javik's gun can disintegrate him.
Oh yeah.
Escape pod. Our first casualties. Survived the crash, but then a harvester took out the pod. Or dragged out and eaten by husks.
Okay. I have a visual on the enemy, and there's an escape pod just beyond. Looks like the Turians are in tough. Enemies up ahead don't know we're here.
Surprise on our side for once. I like it.
Exactly. Let's go.
By the way, I noticed something about the cannibals. They're part human too.
They are?
There's a human head on their shoulder.
Oh, jeez.
See?
Holy shit! Wow.
Damn, another harvester!
Kind of reminds me of the flood.
There's another pod ahead.
Mm-hmm. You must become standard for RPGs. Having armor, clothes. Ah, damn it! I hate it when having armor, clothes, stars have a visual only option.
Keep moving. We need to find the main crash site ASAP.
Being the son of Adrian Victus is a lot to live up to. It's a big military name on Palaven. War's expected to run in the Victus blood.
War was a way of life for my people as well. If you couldn't fight the Reapers, you were left behind.
Looks like we got the jump. Follow my lead.
Damn, another harvester! Thanks for the help. We'll rendezvous at the crash site.
I think
That
we
way you can
saved
wear
all
any
those
outfit and have to worry too
Over
much
here.
about the stats.
This way!
Over here. Do you read, Commander? Repeat, do you read?
Shepard here. What's your status?
We're in deep. Commander, what's your ETA?
Hang tight. We're on our way.
Marnik, how's our velocity? Deceleration online. We'll survive. Victus is going to pay for this. Court-martial or hanging?
How will the commander live this down?
When we find him, we'll ask.
Because nothing is more annoying than getting cool-looking armor only to find out they go against your build.
Coming!
Shepard here.
Just saw harvesters drop a lot of enemies in your path.
Understood.
Harvester ahead and on the run.
Pick it up. It's important we don't lose this squad.
To hold the Krogan back seems unproductive. All available forces should be mobilized against the Reapers.
Krogan-Turian animosity is ancient and intense. It's inborn.
And I need them to work together, so let's not complicate things.
All right, let's move!
Reaper blood will spill!
About time.
What?
Oh, the original Resident Evil 2 is now finally available for PC.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, it took how long?
Well, but they were available for PC back then, but it just took them a while to bring them back. They're only available. Unfortunately, they're only available on GOG right now. And these days, people tend to call GOG the place where you can still buy and play the retro games.
Prophecy incoming!
Area secure.
This way!
That's the one positive I'll give modern Assassin's Creed games for doing. Talking about the
Lieutenant
cool-looking
Victus?
armor.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the armor thing that they added with the Assassin's Creed, to be honest.
Well, he's saying,
What happened here?
having armor clothes stars have a visual-only option that we can wear any outfit and not have to worry too much about the stats.
Stand down.
Because nothing is more annoying than getting cool-looking armor, only to find out they go against your build.
Lieutenant, what's going on here?
I made a bad call. This is all on me. I chose caution and clever tactics over a head-on attack. And my men paid the price.
You mean the crash?
Yes. We could see on Hollow that Reaper forces were blocking our intended path. Staying on course guaranteed heavy casualties. So I chose a safer route, skirting the enemy. And that took us low and through these ruins. When we encountered resistance, there was no room to maneuver. Suddenly, we were in a fight for our lives. A lot of my men lost that fight.
Owning your mistake takes guts. But you have to get over it and move on.
Of course. It's just fresh right now. Our mission's still a failure. When we've stabilized the injured, we'll head back to the fleet.
You're abandoning your mission?
We're down over 30 men. It'd be suicide.
What exactly did you come here to do?
There's a bomb on the planet. We were sent to defuse it.
A bomb? How big?
Enormous. Cerberus has it.
Lieutenant, if Cerberus has that bomb, you have to finish your mission.
Haven't these men sacrificed enough?
I understand. This kind of sacrifice is the hardest to ask for, but your men signed on for it. And so did you.
My men have lost hope, Commander. Even if I wanted to finish the mission, they don't.
It's your job to make them want to.
How?
Their sacrifice means that others will never face what they faced here today. Remind them that those sacrifices have no honor if the mission fails.
Men, I own what happened here today. But we have to carry on.
No, we don't. Who cares about a few dead Krogan? It's over.
We are Turian, and we will not let Cerberus succeed. Our sacrifice is the difference between life and death for this entire galaxy. Let the heroes of the 9th Platoon be remembered for performing their duties with bravery. All right, men. Shuttle's arriving any minute. We're moving out. Commander, come with us. We're a shell of what we were. We could use the help.
Send me the nav point. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. That'll give us time to do a little recon. See what we're up against.
Victus, you have a second chance here. Make their sacrifice count.
Understood, Commander. Hope to see you at the rendezvous.
Cerberus bomb. What the hell is going on, Commander? And what do the Turians have to do with it?
Coordinates Victus gave me place it in the Kelphic Valley. It's a heavily populated area. That's all I know.
My gut says something's not right here.
What do you suggest?
Get the Primarch to come clean.
Should we alert the Krogan military?
I'd wait. We're in the dark here. Krogan-Turian relations are fragile until the genophage is cured. Let's not push it. And how about this bomb? How many troops does Cerberus have on this?
No idea. All I know is we can't have them detonating that bomb.
Keep me in the loop. Hack it out.
Primarch Victus.
Impressive work on Tuchanka. I'm grateful that...
Why didn't you tell me about the Cerberus bomb? Why hide that? What else are you keeping from me?
I have nothing for you.
For our alliance to work, I need to trust you.
Our friendship is new, Commander. Would you trust me with information that puts your people, puts Earth, at risk?
Why would I jeopardize our alliance by lying to you now? Doesn't make sense.
Decisions like these weigh heavy on me. When I was a general, I could pass them up the chain of command. But now, I'm all I've got. Know what I mean?
Sure. And
that's all. Wait, there is one more thing, Commander. Thank you for saving my son.
Commander, Admiral Anderson is available on VidCom.
Shepard. So I imagine by now you've wiped the galaxy clean of Reapers and we can all come up for air?
Not quite. There have been a few complications.
Aren't there always? Hackett filled me in on the Crucible.
Words so easy.
Got some knots to untangle.
I'm just glad I could take care of one of them for you. I gather you and Kaylee Sanders were close.
I owe you for that one, Shepard. Kaylee and I met almost 20 years ago. We even had a run-in with Saren in his early days. She and I were... more than close.
Anderson, you dog.
I miss her. End of the world has a way
Hey
of
man,
reminding you
we were all young. Remember?
Maybe when the war's over,
Typical way.
Kaylee and I will do something about that.
You'll see her soon.
I can hope. But you've got a bigger problem right now. Like a galaxy full of scared bureaucrats.
It's what you hired me to do.
Mostly you were hired to kill Reapers. I hope you haven't been sidetracked by all the politics.
Nothing I can't handle. What about you? What's happening on Earth?
I'll spare you the details. But let's just say a lot of cities around the world have stopped checking in.
That bad?
You and I knew what we were in for, but everyone else? I don't think the shock's worn off yet.
Are you safe?
That changes by the hour. I caught a shuttle evac out of Vancouver.
If only Sauron was here
Foxhole to Foxhole, just trying to stay alive.
to help us.
What about the Reapers?
What would Sauron
They're
do?
harvesting everything that moves.
Besides, want to rule everything.
Focusing on the big cities, which does
You
give
mean
us some room to
Saren?
maneuver.
You think you can hang on?
You're talking about when I hear Sauron, I'm thinking Lord of the Rings, dude.
Yeah, that's me
Organize
too.
the resistance at a local level. No lack of volunteers, at least. Everybody knows what's at stake.
I don't know how we'll win this yet, but we will. Even if it kills me.
Well, you've already died once, and that didn't slow you down. But let's not tempt fate. Keep yourself safe, Shepard.
You too, sir.
We'll talk again soon. Anderson out.
I'm grateful for all you've done, Commander. The situation with the
Autocorrect
is already
changed it.
complicated enough.
Not as complicated as waking up one day and being told you're the new Primarch.
Ah, okay.
Worst case scenarios aren't just theories. They're what you'll be dealing with 5 minutes from now.
That's why it helps to have allies.
Yes, you're right, of course. Is there something I can help you with?
That's all.
When this war is over, I hope we find every race that sat back while we bled and get
Commander, whatever you did. Commander, Cerberus is attacking civilians on Benning. We've been asked to help him.
What are they saying?
That sounds like a terrible idea. They could be indoctrinated. Let's see if Joker Needy have anything to say.
While this body has all factory sensors, I do not have positive or negative associations with any specific scent.
Oh. Well, lucky you.
Just a moment. I'm conversing with Engineer Adams.
So I'm looking at the tests for the IFF upgrade. It looks like you've got a few million duplicate encryption keys.
That is correct. I keep them in the system in case I need to restart a particular key's evolution.
The keys evolve?
Reaper interrogation signals do not simply look for a friendly transponder code. They look for a friendly intelligence. The extra keys help me seamlessly swap in simulated intelligence identifiers from divergent synthetic origins.
I see. So we need all the copies to seem like a living Reaper.
Yes, I tried saying,
humans are dust in the stellar wind.
But apparently that is no longer sufficient. Hello, Shepard.
So that went well. Glad to see that Turians can flip out and lose their shit just like the rest of us.
They're under a lot of pressure.
You stole the Normandy, got blown up by the Collectors, and sent us on a suicide mission at the Galactic Core. And I haven't mutinied once. Not once. Commander?
I'm not saying they're indoctrinated, but that Reaper tech could cause them to be indoctrinated. Better safe than sorry.
Right.
So I'm gonna ignore their request. I'm just checking to see all the dialogue.
There is new information.
No,
on the
Liara's
private
not here.
messages. Terminal.
Oh, so we got spoiled there. Nyrene's the leader of the Talons.
I guess if you do your homework a lot, then you'll probably figure things out before they even happen, almost.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Garrus is gone too. He's in the lounge with Liara for some reason. I like this. I like that you can't always find them in the same place. It makes him feel more.
Oh, you know, this and that.
Come on, spill it to Sony.
Very well. I fought several explosive battles with Cerberus. I helped Shepard stop a robotic assassin on Mars. Oh, and I discovered plans for a Prothean doomsday device that were buried for 50,000 years.
Yeah, so just this and that, huh? Turians on a secret mission to Tuchanka, huh? No one told me anything about it. I'm curious to see how this bomb on Tuchanka plays out. I don't suppose ignoring it is an option. How's it going?
Hello, Shepard. So, Archangel.
You heard about that, huh?
Your sojourn on Omega generated quite a few articles, not to mention security footage. There's one thing I couldn't dig up, though. Did you really take out 3 Blue Suns mercenaries with 1 bullet?
No, of course not. The third guy had a heart attack. Not fair to count.
Dang, that's I don't know, that just sounds even worse.
Alright, let's see.
You should not have let the Turian soldier evade his responsibility.
I take it Protheans didn't forgive many mistakes?
If he had been under my command, I would have marooned him in the desert, buried him in sand up to his neck, and let the wildlife feast on his eyes. If he survived that, I would have rewarded him by shooting him in the head. Good soldiers are a precious resource. The stupidity of one cannot be allowed to jeopardize the lives of the others. The Turians are hiding something, Commander. Be careful. Tuchanka was not always a wasteland. It once had jungles and forests. The Krogan didn't need the Reapers to destroy their world. They did it on their own. Such a foolish race. I am with my own thoughts.
Okay, so really the only things we need to keep an eye on are Spectre requisitions and Alliance requisitions.
Nice.
Parts of Tuchanka reminded me of the desert back home. The lizards and worms are bigger, but, you know, the sand and everything. Primarch's sun is in over his head, no? Hanging in there.
You look tired. You sleeping well?
Alright, let's go shut down the bomb. I think for this one, I'm gonna
I'll say one thing about Javik. If he even survives this at all, he's got a lot to learn about how the chain of command is now.
I'm gonna bring Edie since Cerberus is involved here. I'm also gonna take off the helmet because I prefer it with the headset.
That looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
Normandy shuttle. This is Lieutenant Victus with the 9th Platoon. Do you copy?
We hear you, 9th Platoon.
We're approaching the bomb site, Commander. Getting bounced around pretty bad.
This is as close as we get, Lieutenant. Look for somewhere to set your platoon down.
Copy that.
Talk to me about this Cerberus bomb.
It's not Cerberus, Commander. It's Turian.
What do you mean, Turian?
It was planted centuries ago, after the Krogan rebellions. The bomb was a safeguard against another galactic war.
Brutal, but it makes a certain kind of sense. Put the Krogan down hard if they tried anything.
You won't earn trust with tactics like that. But right now, we focus on disarming that bomb.
Yes, but Cerberus found it.
So Moron just is trying to say I'm grasping at straws to prove my point to a YouTube comment.
Well, apparently
where I
Javik,
pointed out Magneto's backstory wasn't invented for a film.
Apparently Javik was on
With all
point.
this activity, the Krogan have to know something's up.
Then we can't fail, Commander.
Copy that, Lieutenant.
Funny enough, he said this even though I mentioned an interview with Claremont did talk about it.
Keep your heads down.
We gotta move, Shepard.
Krogan and then plant a bomb on their planet. Pretty extreme, but those were desperate times.
Come on,
While
Garrus,
morally
read the
questionable,
room.
The strategy is sound.
You don't agree with them.
Cerberus is putting up a fight, but the 9th platoon is advancing, Commander.
Good work, Lieutenant. Copy that.
Detonation protocol incomplete. Available units contain Shepard.
I'm getting a lot of Cerberus radio chatter. Prepping for event.
I don't like the sound of that.
Cerberus is retreating. There's a better vantage point up that ramp.
Agreed! Let's go!
There it is. Amazing no one detected it. Even in all this.
He must have been far enough underground to stay hidden. Cerberus had to dig it out.
It must have been strategically placed for maximum yield. I advise haste, Commander.
Commander, we're entering the bomb site. Moving towards the control station.
Roger that. We're on our way.
We're nearly on top of the bomb. Cerberus will be back with everything they've got.
I agree, Garrus. This is a high-value target. Cerberus will commit any reserves it has. The original safeguard would not match the current technology.
We need to hurry.
I'm at the control panel, Commander. Cerberus set up a firewall around the trigger mechanism to slow us down. I need to create a bypass. That'll take time. But like you said, no trigger, no explosion.
Are you sure you can disarm the trigger?
Yes, it's old tech. I know what to do. Buy me a few minutes, Commander.
We'll make sure you have the time you need, Lieutenant.
Understood. Starting bypass. And thank you for making sure I get this chance.
Just make it right, soldier.
Look out! Commander!
Focus on the bomb. We'll handle Cerberus.
Detonation protocol jumping. Shepard blocking access. All units engaged.
He's taking fire! Protect him!
Cerberus reinforcement!
I need more time, Commander.
Here they come!
Need more time.
They're not letting up!
Watch for more shuttles.
Shepard!
Take that thing down, now!
Programming the bypass. Commander, firewall's down. I'm in. Spirits. Cerberus hacked the trigger mechanism. It's set to detonate. Disarm it. No time. I have to separate the trigger from the bomb. Now. Cover me.
Oh, that happened.
Commander, I've got radio chatter coming in from Krogan forces planet side. Sounds like they started sweeping out the remaining Cerberus troops. Hate to be the guy who told the Krogan about that surprise package. Did you get out all right? Sounds like it got ugly down there.
The Turians took a lot of casualties, Joker. The Primarch's son included.
Understood, Commander. Joker out.
He never hesitated. Whatever he was before, he'll be remembered for this.
What will the Turians think about this, Garrus?
Hard to say. Sacrifice in war is expected. He did us proud, but we're a hard bunch to please. Living your life for the cause. Society first, platoon first. It's all just expected.
He did what he had to do when it counted.
Yes. Yes, he did.
Good work on Tuchanka, Commander. Stopping that bomb prevented the war between the Turians and the Krogan. We can't afford that kind of division right now.
Joker said the Krogan are recovering the bomb.
They moved in, won't allow Turians to send in recovery crews to help.
Understandable.
The situation is fragile at the moment. With Rex and the Primarch aboard the Normandy, you've got a situation brewing. We don't have a solid alliance between those two yet. Keep the peace, Commander. That's an order.
Yes, sir.
Heck it out.
We couldn't risk another galactic war with the Krogan.
The Genophage wasn't enough? You had to plant a bomb on my planet?
The decision was made hundreds of years ago. So much has changed.
Not enough to tell us about the bomb, coward.
Hey! We can't let the past rip us apart. Working together, we have a chance. Primarch, you had a bomb on Tuchanka. And Rex, in the Turian's place, you would have done the same damn thing.
Shepard.
It's over. His own son died today, making this right.
Please, Commander. It's all right.
Yes, fine. Shepard, you made your point. We have stronger enemies to face.
We do.
I understand your reservations before,
Be right back.
but I hope you now understand the secrecy.
Secrets get people killed. You've learned that the hard way.
Yes. The hardest lesson I'm ever to learn, Commander. My son, he died with the respect of his men. I wanted to thank you for that. His sacrifice will be recorded in the histories of the 9th Platoon. Something any father would be proud of.
Yes, sir.
Again, Commander, thank you for ensuring my son died with honor. It's all a Turian father can hope for, but this is war. The time for mourning is later. Is there something you need?
Despite everything, Primarch, I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you, Commander. And I know I'm not the first to lose their son to this war. Needless to say, I'm committed to stopping the Reapers.
That's all.
Of course, Commander.
The Turians pull another move like that, Shepard, and this alliance is off.
Just bear with me, Rex. This is hard for all of us.
I've got Reapers on my planet, a bomb that almost blew up my planet, and if those two fail, the Genophage can make sure we all go extinct anyway. I don't want to hear about who has it hard.
Understood.
Good. Now, is there something you need?
That's it for now, Rex.
Yeah.
Something wrong?
Morden. He got his tissue sample from me, all right. Let's just say scalpels were never meant to cut where he cut.
Okay. speech almost sounded like he cut somewhere very sensitive.
I heard what Victor's did.
He was a brave man.
I don't think I could... there I go again. I was going to say that I could never do that.
But?
I was wrong. Being here, watching you, you've shown me what it means to serve in the Alliance.
You're a good officer, Trainer. Glad you finally realize it.
Thanks. Not that I'm volunteering for bomb jump duty. I'd suggest sending someone who has armor first, if possible. Look at that galaxy map. Do you know how many strategy games are built from that interface?
You play strategy games?
A few. Most are too flashy, though. I prefer chess. I have a set made from rose quartz and hematite back home. I like the feel of something solid in my hands.
Well, now that I know your weakness, we may have to try a game.
It'd be more fun than playing Edie. Edie doesn't sweat.
Last I checked, you get to have that chance in the Citadel DLC.
No, it's part of the base game.
Commander?
But wasn't there also a time where you also got to have that chance in the DLC?
No, what happens is you help her beat someone else.
The Turians will hold. Pound for pound, they're the best fighting force in the galaxy.
Pound for pound is irrelevant, given the significantly higher mass of Reaper forces overall.
That's why we're bringing in the Krogan. You gotta love the Turians. After they beat you down and sterilize you, they strap a big old bomb to your planet. You know, just in case you get uppity again someday.
I'm just glad we disarmed it.
Damn right. The Krogan are pretty tough. I'd rather it be Reaper asses getting kicked and not ours. Commander?
What's new, Edie?
Admiral Anderson reports that the Reapers on Earth are broadcasting orders. They are demanding human leaders into their superstructures in order to negotiate peace.
Anybody aboard a Reaper is going to be indoctrinated.
Exactly. This is a ruse to pacify the populace during that process. Citizens who are busy waiting are not busy fighting. It is likely that the governments of Earth will soon enact laws punishing those who attack the Reaper occupiers. Again, this will be done in the name of peace.
Tell Anderson we're moving as fast as we can.
Hello, Shepard.
This game is really, there's a lot in this game.
Yeah.
There's so much you can
There's a lot.
miss.
Yep. I'm noticing that myself.
Sidonis.
Ooh.
Alright, let's go retrieve these Reaper people. Invictus, where is that? Minos Wasteland. Let's go do that real quick. And then we'll do the other Cerberus mission there.
I found something.
And then that'll be it.
Possibly. So that's probably as much as we can do.
All right.
Since the Cerberus missions are really short.
Hmm.
Where's the... One sec.
Signal confirmed.
And then maybe tomorrow we can do a Grunt's mission and priority to Chanka or and Benning.
Sweet.
I found something.
But also, I was actually being kind of serious about streaming the Paper Mario game.
Well, if you can figure out how to stream it, by all means, let.
I mean, I know how to stream it. The biggest problem, as I said before, though, the biggest problem is if I stream it, you'll see it, but you're not going to hear it.
That's weird. I wonder why that is.
It's a thing with OBS for some odd reason. OBS, I mean,
Will the people on when you're streaming it to be able to hear it?
Well, if I'm streaming it on YouTube, Twitch, or any place, they'll hear it. But if I'm streaming it here, what I'm doing is I'm just transmitting the screen to you. And usually that would work if it was done through the Elgato, but I'm afraid I don't know how to get both the Elgato and OBS to work to coincidentally work with each other, because
to look up solutions.
I did, but I'm afraid it seems like not everyone does it because it's not widely known. I'm still looking to figure it out, of course.
Well, as long as the other people can hear it, I don't mind going without sound. I mean, I played that game so many times, I could tell you what everything sounds like from the back of my hand.
I don't know. It just didn't. To me, it just doesn't seem fair to you.
All right, so let's do the Cerberus attack and Cerberus abductions.
And then we'll call it a day.
Yeah. Hey, look, we can use Rex.
Sweet.
Bring James here. Give Rex a big old shotgun.
Shepard services landing forces away from the Tachanka battlefields. Their target seems to be an ancient ground-to-space cannon facility that has site has no obvious military advantage, and the Krogan are spread too thin to deal with it.
Do we know what Cerberus is up to?
No, but we do know that Cerberus doesn't act without a plan. Get in there, stop them. Find out what they're up to while you're at it.
We'll get it done.
See to it. Hack it out.
Looks like Cerberus got that cannon operational, Commander. I'll go back up, get a read on what they're shooting at.
Get on it.
I finished leveling
I've
up.
done that mission so many times.
Oh yeah, we can't open those yet.
I was about to say, don't you have to like wait until there's an actual destruction marker for that?
Yeah.
Keep track of it, Lieutenant.
Fall back to the control room.
Control
Also,
center's
while you're
secure.
playing this, I'm
Then I think it's
testing
time to
out
test
the
this cannon.
OG Resident Evil 2 on PC.
Nice.
Not the kind of Krogan relic I expected to find.
And I think what I like is that before you start it, you literally get to have a few PC settings before you can set up do some PC setup before you play. And it actually responds to controller very well.
Let's move.
Unfortunately, you can only bring Rex and the other non-base game squad mates on the N7 missions.
That's unfortunate.
But hey, it's better than nothing.
Of course.
I've rerouted the power to the main console. Heading back now. Cannon control restored. Targeting enabled. Coordinates, Lieutenant. Uploaded. Firing.
Firing main cannon.
That's what I'm talking about! All right, Good work, everyone.
Shepard, with those Krogan cannons operational, Cerberus has actually given us the advantage in that system. The enemy's pulling back, but we think they'll try to seize the facility again.
Seems likely.
I'm sending an Alliance team to keep it secure. They've got a foothold in a strong defensive position, thanks to you.
Glad to hear it.
Good work, Commander. Hack it out.
Yes.
That's all.
So, Reapers don't have colonies. You can't bomb them, or you're bombing what's left of your own.
Commander, there's a new message at your private terminal. Commander?
They don't have supply lines. Need something like that. I'll let you know if we think it's something.
Oh, come on. I got everyone in the Terminus systems. Or, well, the Calliston Rift. Well, that's her fault, because, you know, she didn't tell me where he was.
Oh well.
Alright, I'll do Cerberus deductions, then go back to the Citadel, and then that'll be the end of it. Because I think there's still a couple of things to do on the Citadel.
Julio.
I'll bring Rex along since it's the only other mission we can bring him on.
Shepard, Cerberus strike squads have infiltrated one of the major cities on Benning. Initial reports indicated they were recruiting civilians, but further investigation suggests that the people are being taken against their will.
For what purpose?
Unknown. We sent a recon team to investigate, and the Cerberus squads reacted by targeting civilians in public facilities. Officially, Cerberus is denying responsibility and condemning the action. They're either lying, or we're dealing with a rogue faction.
And innocents are caught in their crosshairs.
Exactly. Secure the area so we can establish a rescue lifeline to the rest of the city.
Approaching the drop point, Commander.
Copy that, Lieutenant.
The people down there are counting on you, Commander. Hack it out.
Fielding an avalanche of civilian SOS requests, Commander. The bulk are concentrated on the upper street. Cerberus forces are pinning them down. You better hurry. Roger that. Diversion is working, Commander. Civilians are on the move.
Did James just try to punch him?
I guess so.
Never seen him do that.
Upper streets are clear. Hold on, Commander.
I remember
What is
this
it,
this one this one actually glitched for me one time.
Troops right behind.
Where are they?
Updating your nav point. You can intercept them there.
Gotta double time it.
Please help us.
Reinforcements are here.
Try to stay calm.
What should we do?
Just stay down.
Commander, more Cerberus troops are heading your way. If you can hold the line there and give the civilians time to escape.
You heard him. We hold here.
Let's get out of here.
Hurry, get to the landing pad. We're going to die here. Please help us. There's nowhere to go. I'm not letting you out of my sight. There's nowhere to go.
You're clear. Go!
Hold the transport.
We're gonna make it.
No hostiles detected in the immediate area, Commander. Reinforcements are moving in to secure the evac route.
Good work, everyone.
I'll pick you up at the LZ, Commander.
We're getting reports of continuing strikes against other cities on Benning.
Cerberus still denying responsibility?
Yes, and for once we're inclined to believe them. Gunning down innocent humans isn't their usual MO. Either way, the civilians down there have a chance now. We're solidifying a foothold and getting people out, then we'll move to liberating the rest of the planet.
I hope we can say the same for Earth.
One day, Commander. For now, we've got our work cut out for us. Carry on.
It's iffy if they were or not.
We could be on the front lines. Why have they got us guarding a door anyway? He's gonna break regs right now.
Yeah, let's authorize it. Give him his medal. Yeah, authorize that. Commander Shepard, I would like a raise.
Funny.
I'll see what everyone else has to say, because I know there's probably some dialogue I forgot to listen to. That's right.
No, that would...
Another time, maybe.
Okay, so you have nothing to say. I'm gonna check the Spectre requisitions terminal, because sometimes if we miss something on the planets, we can buy them at the Spectre requisitions terminal.
Say that again?
The population of the colony world of Typhor
Alright.
has been killed.
I don't understand. The Reapers have been taking people alive.
It was self-inflicted. When Reaper forces invaded, Typhor's colonists detonated nuclear weapons inside their cities.
Goddess.
Their deaths would have been instantaneous, Doctor.
Thank you, Glyph. That'll be all.
Busy?
I have time if you'd like to talk. In fact, I could use the distraction.
What's on your mind?
How long it took the Reapers to eradicate the Protheans, and how long they'll need for us. It took them centuries to conquer the Protheans. We're not quite so widespread, but it would still take at least 100 years. It's selfish, but I keep thinking that if we fail... I'm only 109, Shepard. I could live to see the entire cycle come to an end.
Only 109, huh?
I know. It must seem strange to complain about a 1,000-year lifespan. I used to think it was sad that most aliens live such short lives. Maybe it's not such a privilege to outlive so many. To witness so much death.
Don't drive yourself crazy about this, Liara. We're still in the fight.
Only because you're still driving it forward. We finally
How about
have
100
other leaders on
days?
our side, but none will take us as far as you can. Sometimes I wonder how you do it.
I think of the people I care about. That helps keep me going.
I'm glad I'm among them. I hope.
Of course you are.
I feel better already. Thank you for coming by, Shepard. Why don't we talk later?
Working on anything?
I'm helping decode some of the Crucible's designs, or trying to. Theoretical particle physics based on specialized base 12 mathematics aren't exactly my specialty. And Javik is his usual forthcoming self. I'd trade my last 100 years to resurrect even one Prothean scientist to help us. I've never seen Krogan move with such purpose. It's a little terrifying. Thanks for coming by.
Please, enjoy your day.
How do you see with only 2 eyes? Evolution has taken a strange turn in this cycle. Your Joker pilot insists I call myself Prothe the Prothean. I insisted he allow me to throw him out the airlock. Commander.
Sometimes I love Javik.
Yeah, you know, I think Javik's favorite part of the ship is the airlock.
That's funny.
She's not a yeoman, she's a communications specialist. And you're barking up the wrong tree, Kenneth. You're not her type.
Oh, well, perhaps you should go and talk to her then.
Maybe I should. Nobody's barking up my tree.
If it works out, be sure to take video.
Breaking now, the Arcturus station destroyed and the Alliance Parliament feared dead. But Admiral Stephen Hackett says the fleets can regroup. We'll hear it from him right here in the battle space.
I get the impression throwing people in the air out the airlock was common.
Hey, Esteban,
in
for
the
your
sport
shuttle being so
culture.
stealthy and all, you sure do get shot at a lot.
Seems like it, doesn't it?
7A stealth system. So while few sensors can pick us up, our cover is blown as soon as someone looks up.
Time for an upgrade.
Most scanners and tracking systems don't operate at mid-range frequencies. Sure, maybe we've been shot at, but we haven't been shot down.
Yet. Lucky for us, you're almost as good a pilot as you think you are.
Well, yeah, there's that too. That last job on Tuchanka was intense. I tried providing air support, but the sky was so full of Cerberus, it was like someone kicked a hornet's nest. Wish you could have seen that gun on Tuchanka firsthand. I cut the auditory emulators and watched that Cerberus cruiser gracefully and silently disintegrate. Beautiful.
Sometimes I worry about you, man.
Can't believe Cerberus would open fire on civilians like that. As twisted and insane as his logic might be, I thought the elusive man was trying to save humanity. I guess he's willing to sacrifice anyone to win. Sir.
Too bad about Tarquin. I was starting to like him. Hey. Hey.
Alright, let's go to the Citadel.
Sweet.
I gotta check this place. I could have sworn we got everyone. I will go back here later because they're all dead anyway.
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
I'll handle it.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, so looks like we gotta go to Citadel Embassies and Purgatory. I gotta check something.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select one moment, please.
So we found a guy on Benning, and we found his dog tag, so we're giving them to his dad.
Now arriving
Cool.
at Presidium Embassy.
But what I need... Have you found my son?
I found your son's body in the slums on Benning. He sacrificed himself to save his squad.
I see. Their guilt made them avoid me. They should feel honored by his sacrifice. I know that I do. Thank you, my friend.
One moment, please. Now arriving at ward level, Purgatory.
Talking to Commander Bailey some more about that guy scanning the refugees.
Don't mean to interrupt you, but I found these schematics. They're pretty old, but maybe they could help you?
Oh. Those really are old, but solid. We could totally convert our current systems to this. Thanks.
You know what would have made the Reapers even more scary? Being voiced by Tony Todd. Actually, you know what's funny is that
Welcome, Commander Shepard.
I think
Please select your destination.
the Reaper, I think Harbinger is actually voiced by
Welcome, Commander
the
Shepard.
Didac from Halo 4. And
Now arriving at
Peter Jessup voiced Sovereign.
1 moment, please.
And he was also Greg, you remember Fallout 4?
Now arriving at ward level, Purgatory.
Yes. What about Fallout 4?
So you remember Dance, you know, the guy that you work with in Brotherhood of Steel?
What about him?
That's the same voice actor as Sovereign.
Let me see. Let me just see what you're talking about here.
Also, check it out. Since we did the Power Grid mission, now Purgatory has a little thing at the front, which this is a mod. I think the inside of it is changed up too.
Everyone have a drink?
The man you're talking about is Keith Zarabatchka.
Well, Sovereign was voiced by Peter Jessup.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if that's true or not.
When we get back to Earth, I'm buying.
Yep, it is. It is the same actor. But I also found out that the same actor also voices other side characters as well.
Mm-hmm. Hey, the operation was a success. To save the kids.
Goody. Also, the actor you speak of is also the same actor who was watching the Joker in The Dark Knight. The one that was the one Joker was kind of taunting with about his
Yeah,
friends.
he was.
Yep.
He was.
He basically saying, "How many of your friends have I killed?"
Yeah, I remember.
And he's like, "You want to know why I use a knife?" That's the same actor. The one that Joker was taunting.
Yeah. That's kind of funny.
That's interesting. I just found out he's also the new voice for Gilgamesh in the Final Fantasy VII Part 2 game.
Interesting.
I know. Very interesting. And I see he also got a chance to come back to voice as one of the big baddies of Halo Infinite, Tarvarovs.
Also, I got... There's Bakara's crystal that she gave me.
Huh?
There's, you know, remember the crystal that the female Krogan gave me? Well, it's right there on my desk now.
Oh,
With
I
a
see.
mod. Also got the tags Liara gave me. I have a little memorial for Ashley.
Nice.
Dagger. Some Int 7 stuff. There's a Prothean sphere here. You recognize that thing? That model? That's the...
Isn't that the arc from Artemis? Sorry, Andromeda?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Then we got some stuff we can read from Spectre Rix, who is on this initiative. Of course, there's no reference to the stuff from Andromeda because that happens much farther into the future.
I'm just kind of curious. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? I know he's here. Come on.
Okay, but there's a reference to Sam here. That's a cool little reference. Also, the elusive man cigar is right there. And a miniature.
You know about the
Master
actor
Lead.
Darren D. Paul?
I'm familiar.
Yeah,
But I don't know
quite
who's
famous for
played-
playing a lot of roles.
Well, who has he played? No, I recognize the name, but
Well, if you played the Star Wars: The Old Republic MMO game, he's the voice of the Sith Emperor.
I thought the Sith Emperor was Doug Bradley.
No,
Or maybe it changed.
I think it did change. I actually wait. No, wait. He was playing the role of the Sith Emperor, but maybe the voice was a tad different because Darren D. Paul played the role of the one that was puppeteering the Sith Emperor as a different emperor named Valkorion. Though they do sound awfully alike.
Alright, I'm gonna wrap up the Calais-Stone Rift here and then head to the Grunt mission, but I'm not gonna do it today.
I found
Commander,
something.
Liara flagged this system as one with potential intel assets.
Also, the writers didn't make it yet.
No, apparently he still was the voice of the Emperor in the first time the MMO came out.
Which is pretty cool because you know that's Pinhead from Hellraiser.
Have you played Doom?
Doom?
The 2016 one?
Yeah, I played both of them.
Well, apparently he's the voice of Samuel Hayden, the robot.
Who, Doug Bradley?
No, no, Darren D. Paul.
Oh. Alright, I think I'm gonna save and end there. And then tomorrow we can do Grunt's mission, and then we can do Priority Tuchanka, and then the Citadel coup.
Okay.
So, all right. Thanks for coming, everyone. It's a bit shorter than usual, but it's getting late. Hey,
All right,
Zeron,
peace
you're
out,
late.
everyone.
We were just ending.